So start out coming in Brunei, official graph, right on the originally shown in multiple watches with Chef reactive and statute style. Again, any motion. Reactive motion is 15. Better and out one. Zero. What that will run. Okay. This is what we're going to try and do. If you square over this is going to be. Why do you use this way? Never. React. Right out there, you said it's a physical movement. But this is not what you're going to do. Then you block me up. This will come with the gap. And then you see it. They will block me up. It's me. Whatever you grab it. But that's fine. Wait, one yeah. Ready? No, I know. I'm trying to pass. Well, you see what you see. This is. I saw one did that. Okay. Well, in terms of that for years, okay, but once it really starts to play your okay, so I give myself hold my breath, this the log in, reaction was from all of this. Larger space ranges or expansive. It's also supposed to be situation. I'm in this situation, I'll set my own balances. Other. Now, what I'm trying to do right here is several. One, instead of imagine one. Center, enter. Right? That it will matter, but that's not. There is no time. That it would go. Some of that show energy. That's. I'm not going to go back. I'm right here. We're going to see the possible. Step. 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 Everybody sees the same step. This possible step. Before that step. Okay. Hold on. Yeah. But you wait. The ground is getting else. Yeah. So it's like you're just spread, you're just spread, it's kind of the leaf of the sand. Okay, now the little big sand. Okay. Energy there, your energy on top. Okay, she can try to meet me. And I don't want to be threatened. Okay, all right, so let's go all the way to center. Oh my God, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, now one of the things here, for example, let's say he's coming with a standard, more of a showman. You see how I'm receiving? It's almost like you're trained and I'm right on the tracks, okay? So I'm going to spin cross the step and then the entering motion. So it's still an entering motion, but it's enter, not collide. Now the other one can sort of work too. It's not if you're coming here this way. Got that way. Okay. Now if you're coming that hand showman style, go let it go. Now come down. Good. Oh, it's almost done, isn't it? So you know what we're doing is approaching a pretty basic movement from a different angle. Okay, other things that work, but it's surprising, you know, that this actually makes sense. And sometimes what happens, it's almost like, you know, I'm a Republican. Well, I'm going to vote Republican this year because I always do. Well, maybe I should look at the fact that this is an ordinary year. And maybe what it means to be a Republican, I gotta, you see what I mean? I'm a Republican, I'm going to vote. Maybe not this year. Maybe. Okay, so we kind of want to say, okay, I always do. No, get it from a different angle. Get it from a different angle. I might go, yeah, I won't vote Republican this year. All right. Whatever. Okay. All right. Jiminy. Okay. So the same thing right here, for example. Let's just say we're doing a show Manucci with the striking motion here. Okay, that sort of motion here. Okay, we're gonna let it go. Boom. Take it from the side. Okay, that's an entering motion. I'm still going forward to the front. Now, what I want to do is make sure I'm not blocking because see, I'm sitting. I'm letting it go. Okay, cool. All right. So we could transpose that very easily into a standard showman. But we're working kind of this motion where he's coming in this way. But okay, now right here, we might initiate the motion. All right. So he's about to shove or something. We go, okay, maybe not a good idea. All right. Again. So let's say you're coming in to do that motion. I go, like, boom, okay. What I did is I just initiated off of your intention and say, that's a bad choice. Just because you vote Republican all the time, maybe this year you got to look at it differently. Okay, right? That's feeling a little bit, not an attack back, but just a second. Okay. I know it says Republican, but you might think about it and look at it from a different angle. I'm not saying vote Democrat, but you see, all right? So, there's the initiating style, and there's also the same pattern as push for the grab off of the showman as well as the push. They cross index a bit. Okay, we're just looking at something. It's like if I'm a Republican, I'm going to vote Republican, but maybe you ought to look at it from a different angle this year. Okay, all right. So this is EQ. Maybe I look at EQ from a different angle. Maybe I might find some things out about me and the world and things that as long as I kind of look at things from a different angle. Okay, all right.
All right, thank you.
I have a question for you. Your son, does he go to a public or private school?
My son?
Yes.
He goes to the same school as your
Yeah,
grandson.
I know, but is it public or private?
Public.
Oh, okay. Because Elle was wondering. Okay.
No, it's just a magnet.
All right.
So
Okay.
anyone in the district can apply,
Okay.
and then it's a lottery to get in, and this has a focus on environmental
Oh,
science.
okay. Good. Thank you. Let's look at. Now from the same thing, we're going to go this way. Right? Now, see, I'm going forward to his front, but same position. If I just pivot, I go back behind him. It becomes a tenkan or an udawaza. Okay? You can do the same thing here you do off a standard showman. Okay? But we start out the same way. He comes with the other hand. Okay, good. Now, I'm going to turn. I got that cross foot, but then I do a pivot and I turn to his back. Don't go forward across his front. So we have a tenkan motion. That makes sense? If he comes with a showman, all right, we go this way, good. I do the pivot, and then we get that motion. Okay? So we're just, these are basic sets. Okay? You see what I mean? Basic. We're just looking at it from a different angle, which is healthy. Been doing this for some of you for many decades. Okay, all right. So if you look at the same stuff from a different viewpoint. All right, so what we're going to do here, let's stay with the push, and what happens off the line with the pivot. Now, instead of going forward to the front, I'm going to pivot and go back behind with the turn. And then we have what? We still have an EQ. We've done what you might call a 10 con, because it's based on a turn. It was a turn to set up the entry in the first one we did. Now there's a turn to set up the turn. It's still an entry and a turning pattern. Okay? Makes sense? Okay. Why don't you keep the same partner, switch to what I just did, which is going to do the turning motion. Now both come off of the crossfoot step. So he grabs my wrist, crossfoot step. Yeah. The crossfoot step doesn't start with the movement of the hand. Physically, it starts with the movement of your hip. But before the movement of your hip, it starts with where your energy is. Just expansive, relax. Okay, good. Now he has a shot at me right here. So we crossfoot. All right. So you see, we looked at in different that pattern, the crossfoot step and other things. So he comes in this way. Good. Good. Yeah. Pivot. Step. Then we have this pin. All right. It's not really a pin, but there's triceps and the nerve right there. You can do it. Doesn't work on everybody, by the way. There's some people you try to base that on a pain control, but just enter key through. Okay. Okay. Now let's see. Yeah, keep the same part at one more turn. Let's see if we can get into the pivot turn. Okay, now one of the things I kind of want you to look at right here. This is about the same here. Right now, what we're going to do is let that motion. Right? Don't make this too small. Even though you're turning, see, the energy is going out, going out, it's going out. The physical movement, right here, it just starts with the turning motion of your hips. Okay, good. We can go other way. Now this motion doesn't start with just my shoulders. That motion, that motion. Right? But the energy is expansive and connective. You see what I mean? So I'm doing it to for team. So you want to start the movement. Not pure reactive, but open. More energetically. Okay? So when you're turning, okay. Right there. So I'm trying to control. This is an expansive motion, isn't it? Yes. An expansive motion. Okay? All right? Yeah. Yeah. With a little adjustment, you can choose to go forward to the front or back behind. Back behind is more of a 10 con. Forward to the front is an entering. You see? You do the same thing, you set up one or the other. Situationally, you might want to do one or the other, depending on if there's some other action going on in the mat. It's just you in the multiple situation. You have some flexibility. Okay, all right. One of the things right there, this is tricky right here, but David, if you're coming in this direction, by the time I feel your weight, I'm reactive. Okay, so we'll go this way.
Okay, yes. Yes.
Right. Yeah. By the time I feel his weight, I've already reacted. Reactive space, divisive. There's okay, there's not, but there doesn't have to be a division. There's a unity, which is the IT. Right? By the time I feel your weight, come here. Now, as okay, don't hold your breath. You're breathing, you're feeling, right? You're waiting for the roof to fall, it will fall. Your mind maybe snap right there. So relax and stretch with it a little bit, easy. Because then you're waiting for the ceiling to fall on you. And it may never fall on you, but you live your life in, right? I can't live my life thinking Donald Trump's going to win the election. And he might. But, he might. Easy there. Don't let a person or situation put your energy or your mind. Okay, if he's coming in this direction, so, okay, good. Easy. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go there, feel your weight. You know, the first thing I'm going to do. All right. Now, if you're waiting to feel the techniques, you will. Okay, so in this case, you're a basketball, not a medicine ball. If I try to dribble a medicine ball, I might ruin the pavement or the floor. You see what I mean? So if you're coming this good. Your energy, right? Your energy. Your energy. You know, if you come this direction, your energy. Your energy. I'm treating you like energy. We're a team. There's a variety of different frequencies and everything of energy. Generally, denser is dumber. I'm going to vote Republican because my father did, my grandfather did. Republican. Maybe I had to look at it from a different angle this year. You see what I mean? A little more discriminatory. In other words, yeah, I can do whatever I want, or you can do whatever you want, but you know, just everybody's voted Republican for 5 generations. Well, maybe you start look at it. You're right about here. Just easy. Bend your knees a little bit, stretch with it. Feel. We're moving. Yes. It's a different level of you. Then you can exercise your intelligence, your discrimination. If you decide it's the best thing in the interest of yourself and the country to vote Republican, then do it. But you might, from a different angle, see something. See the feeling a little bit. If your weight, generally, if you're too heavy, there's a lot of, it's not a one-to-one. Sometimes people that are pretty heavy are smart. All right. You know how to get what they want. Well, lying, you keep on lying, so you don't even care whether I lie. Well, okay. But discrimination, a lie is not an answer. But if I lie enough, I might just be able to take my way past a whole bunch of stuff. And you've been voting, your family's been voting for Republicans for how many generations? And I'm here to save America. Well, whatever. Easy.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Now, what we're kind of looking at here, we're looking at this one here. Let's just say he grabs my wrist, right? The first physical movement is not here, it's at the hip. Okay? But before the movement of the hip, there's a state of my energy. Okay? You say mind, energy, they're similar. We're going to argue whether they're the same thing or not. Depends on the discussion we're having. My energy is small, it's reactive. Yes, my hip did turn before the hand movement. Set up by. Now that crossfoot step. Why do we do the crossfoot step? If I set, I lose my balance. So the crossfoot step means you're balanced in motion. You don't set to do something. You flow into it. Okay? And the crossfoot step is a connector. He comes in this direction. I go this way. Oh, okay. You know, and then boom, that way. Right? Now let's say he's coming in this direction. We just go more this way. Now we go that way. We got another move. Easy here. Easy. My mind is too tense. It creates my body to be tense. And it creates a reactive response. Okay, your energy, your body is created by the state of your mind. The state of your mind is created by your energy. Energy expansive or connective. Mind is clearer, more interactive, communicative. Body's cool. Oh, what do I do? Easy there. Very easy. Okay, so now he kind of went a little bit into a different pattern. I did in a different pattern. Try to get back to the pattern, but I go, wait a second, you made a mistake. No, yeah, whatever, miscommunication happens. But let's go back here then. It's like, good, good, good. On a bad day, I'm going to try to get them. You know, we're participating in a shared vision. You and I are communicating our systems, okay, we're creating an IT dimension together. Okay, so we're just going to go into the Rimi Nagi. It starts out pretty much the same way, which is kind of like right here. Step. Boom. Okay, got it? Different partner. Okay. Okay. Where's my mind? It's in a reactive state. I'm reacting to him when I set. Okay. Where's my mind? I'm in a reactive state. I'm reacting to you. Okay. Expansive, open, relax. I can see the forest instead of staring at this tree and being critical or afraid of it. All right. Okay. How are you? How are you? You're a staunch Republican. Good. I want you to look at it if this is still the Republican Party or not. Yeah, you make your own choice. I don't vote for you. All right. Easy. We're using kind of pretty apparent things in today's politics. Just because, your ancestors have done this doesn't mean that it matters now. Yeah. Conservative, liberal, good. We need them. You can take top. So long as they interact. All right. One or the other tries to be a cult dictatorship. That's not the same thing. No matter what they call themselves, so maybe they call themselves something else. Okay. But all right. So if you're coming in this direction, good. Good, 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 good. See, communication, easy. Now, what that means at some level, my psychology creates my mind, which creates my body, which creates the interaction here. And I can really create the IQ response, or I can create a replica of it out there, right? So, okay, all right. Okay, good. Okay, let's, for now, since we're down here, what's going on? I get a chance to kind of body relax. I don't want to be here forever because of my knees and everything. Where's my mind? Caught up in a lot of activity and things. Easy there. Now, for example, what if my psychology creates my mind? What psychology do I want? Easy, inclusive, connective, communicative, intelligent, discerning. These are nice words. Until all of a sudden, my psychology goes into like I'm a reactive person trying to do a technique that's really fitted to another psychology, which creates a different set of mind and a whole different interaction through the body. Good, easy. But I got to do this. I got to do, yeah, the reactive dialogue in my head wants to take it over pretty quick. So I'm just going to be easy with it. I'm going to breathe. And I don't want to be down here for too long. I just want to be okay here for a second. Just check. If 3 is your psychology, 2 is your mind, 1 is your body, well, your mind creates your body. So what's the state of the mind? Okay. 1 is where you see behavior. By the time it's behavior, you got to go backwards. That was fantastic. Well, okay, there was a very nice, my psyche was in a nice place. The mind was in a very appropriate place for what we're doing. And the interaction through the body was just fantastic. Conversely, I'm not going as well. And I start to get agitated and look at it. And first thing to do is you start to go out there and blame. Easy. 2 tenths here. My psychology is just uncertain right here. So I'm just going to relax, let it open a bit. More space. And that more space, my psychology is a lot more accepting. It's discerning. I need to move. But who's moving? The reactive one? The one who's a little easier? Okay, so just taking a second or two. See, we get stuck in 1, and then maybe we'll look back at 2. It's easy to say your mind creates your body, but there's something, you can call it ki or spirit or mind or whatever it is that creates what your mind is doing. Okay, good. And take a second or two. Legs tend to cramp up down there, which creates oh gosh, I wish we didn't do that. I hate sitting. Yeah, I do too. All right. But on the other hand, I can be easy there. Yeah. I took a group to Japan. I think it was 1991. I think Harry Sensei went. I got everybody in the group. I explained to Hikizuchi Sensei they're going to take photos. He said, cool. I was up in the very front row with Ano Sensei. I sat Seija, didn't move for an hour and a half. And my reward for all that was getting bitten by mosquitoes and having everything swell up. Then the mosquito bites, when I was training, people grabbed them and they got infected. Okay, easy there. The more I sort of get into that, like I'm a victim, the more I magnetize to create bigger mosquitoes and stupider things to happen. Easy there. We create our own reality with our psychological makeup. Okay. Now, for example, he comes into this circle here. Good. Go this way. Go this way. And everything flows. Good. I listen to him. I'm not looking for him, but I'm feeling the connection. Good. Good. Wow. It's interactive. Now we're a team working on a group project called IT, as opposed to like, okay, I'm the head of the group. Now you do that. And if you don't, I'm going to be critical and I can pull seniority or something on you. Okay. You notice how right here, even though he's in a different position, our energies are aligned. Maybe he'll kind of feel that as much as he seems to be in a precarious state, he's actually quite capable. So, you know, this is like, oh, he knows what to do. So I trust him and he trusts me. And we have a beautiful interaction that makes the world better, or that makes us better. Okay? All right. And where does it start? It starts with me checking my psyche. So my mind opens, and then there's a transformation through the body. Okay? Most people are in one, reacting off of what two's doing. You want to be a step better than that. Let's go one more time, same partner. About 80% there. Try one with me here. Okay. Okay, you feel that collision?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Easy there. There's something in your mind that's creating an obstacle.
Be the first time.
Easy. Okay, that time something was removed. To go back into your mind was freer, which means your psychology was different. Therefore, your body was in a different place. The interaction is going to come through your body, but it's traceable. Where's your mind? Where was, you know, psyche is a very big word, psychological. What's your psychology there? Yike, you see through the body means your mind is set in a better place and you're coming off of a much better psychological dimension. All right? Ooh. Now there's a hesitation there. Easy, and then there's a set. Easy. Oh, something a little rounder. All right. Now there was a shift. instead of kind of forcing the action, but it was apparent that there was a gap. Okay. Now things are starting to come together of what's happening. Your body movement's starting to kind of operate off of a complete sense of what mind is. Mind is not the details running through your head. And the psychology is more open, aware, more, you're starting to discern that the first two were, what the second was better than the third one was kind of primo. It's discernment. Okay, good, 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 good. Now, yeah, that was a pretty good product. Okay, all right. How does that feel?
Effortless.
Okay, good. You understand what you did?
Kind of.
Yeah, okay, all right, all right, kind of. And be easy with kind of. No, I got it now. I don't memorize it. Easy there. True knowledge is alive. It's constantly presenting itself as something that's new, right? Yeah. Okay, good. And stick for a second, because we're kind of a body art. Why? Because if we're just purely mental, well, it's body art. But what I want you to see a little bit is there's a difference between mind and mental. All right? Your mind creates your body. And then there's something to say that we're talking 1, 2, 3, body, 1, mind, 2. We're going backwards. What way 3 is, you call it your psychology or your being sense. That basically creates your mind. Okay? See, Sensei said things like, stand on the floating bridge of heaven. Okay, now let's just say you take mind into a very fine dimension, just like heaven. You take body, it represents earth. Earth to heaven, heaven to earth. And he was somewhat cryptic about how you stand between heaven and earth. They kind of suspect that really what it is it's your psychology, and that you are somewhat conscious there of that dimension. And that's how you stand there. You don't really stand there, you just are there. But your physical body stands in a place where it's loose, easy, not sloppy, where the movements are right on to some degree. And what you're doing is clear to yourself in a way that is creative and in the moment. And to some degree, then you create through your IT kind of a heaven on earth. Okay. And what happens is that it goes great some days and not so great other days. So maybe what we are start to look at is just saying, what's my psychology of the moment? Magic word there is very easy. You're loose, not loose in a bad way, but you're loose, not sloppy. You're free, but it's not chaotic. You're balanced, but you're not set. You're right where you are, being exactly who you should be in this moment. And your mind is not mental, it's a force. Mind is power. But my mind has been programmed by a bunch of junk. And so my body is reacting to the mind being in very lesser states of being. Okay. Stop. Okay. Everybody up. And matter dimension is very, very dense and heavy. Okay, so I feel his weight and I try to move his weight with weight. Okay. Well, discerning state, we're both energy, and the energy systems create and connect a little easier than physical systems. Okay. Yeah. My mental state comes off of my psychological state, which I'm trying to work on because that feeds the other two. Looser, easier, more inclusive. The second I go out there, try to move his way with it, easy. We're both energy. Energy systems are freer, aren't they? So all of a sudden, energy to energy can work together. So we have a not just key, but we have an I key state. Okay, so there's a lot just in our regular patterns there that are good. It's just come on, good. Let's work a little bit, just the swati waza, the seated koku for a minute, then we'll get up and run around. Okay, all right, easy there. Better. You see, you're not looking for his weight to set your weight against. You're making a read. You might be a Republican, you're a Democrat, but you're both Americans. You're physical, but both of you are also energy. It's easier sometimes to get some, when you realize your energy interacts with energy a lot easier than physical interaction with physical. By the time we're physical, we usually have a stupid psychology. Our mind is filled with a lot of stupid programming. And I don't know why. Like 46% of the country wants to vote for a guy who would take our democracy away. Doesn't make any sense, does it? Well, on the other hand, what's it like to be an American? What's America based on? What's IQ based on? It's the fact that all of a sudden we discovered the dimension of ourselves as energy. Okay, now your mind creates your body, therefore the energy of your mind, which is a great, great, great force, is not, but there's your psyche, your psychology that determines the state of your mind. Okay, you see what I mean? Yeah. Okay, that's good. Yeah, easy there. Easy, easy. Yeah. Okay. Oh, you want to go that way? Okay. Boom. 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 Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Let's open it up a little bit. Boom. Open it up. Open it up. Okay. Doesn't mean beat one another up. It's your energy is free. Okay. So it's a little bit of a jiwaza experience. Okay. I think we have one group of three, one group of two. Let's go. Let's make sure the group of three is over here where there's a lot of room. The group of two, both groups pay attention to the spacing. This is going to get wild, but wild can be fun, right? Wild and it's creative. Albert Einstein's mind was very wild. Okay, all right. I suspect O-sensei was wild, but cool, wild. Okay, let's go. Yeah, open it up a little bit. For example, it's like, so you're already inviting, boom. Here we go, here we go. Oh, no, over here, good. Oh, you want to go that way, good. Want to come, whoa, let's open it up, right? Enough training camp. We got games now. Is that feeling a little bit, okay? Too small. Mine's too small. Open, easy, 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 right? Retreating back into small. Even easier. It's your psychology. Little things are a little chaotic. That's okay. On a good day, that chaos is fun. It's fun. You flow with it. It's creative. Easy there. Reactive. It's all this energy. The universe has given you all this, and we pulled on to a lot of stuff that says, I'm going to come up short. I'm going to be exposed. It's a psychology. Easy there, not necessarily. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Okay. It was a good idea. However, you get back into that. Easy there. Easy, easy, easy now. Better, 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 better. Okay. And easy there. Easy now. You're starting. Now you're starting to run. You're starting to run. Don't think about what you're doing. Easy. Okay. Now easier. Now you're starting to run. You're starting to back up. Easy. Easy, easy. Now you're starting to pull out and get into your shoulders and you're setting to get me with weight. Yes, you can do that. Easy there. Okay. Well, we say metaphorically, chuck that one down the toilet. Easy. And okay, and maybe that's compost. Fine. Easy there. Easy. Easy. Okay, better. You don't have to smash me in the face, but there's a way here. Yes. There's energy. Your energy. Right? All right. Easy there. Easy. Easy is not easy as you're finding. Okay, but what there's a wall right now between your mind and what you might call your psyche, whatever it is. Easy there. You don't have to hit that wall forever. Okay? Your ideas progress easy there. Now we're going to force the idea through the body. Easy. Easy. Breathe. Open. Okay. Yes.
Huh.
So there's a river, isn't there?
Huh.
There's a waterfall. There's a wave. There's a spot. And right now, it's all there for you, but you're kind of, okay? Okay, good. Okay. For example, let's say he's coming in this direction. Wonderful. Boom. Boom. Let's say he's coming in this direction. Good. Whoa. What energy there? But my psychology is kind of limited, so I can't access it. Whenever I do, I hit a wall, which means my mind is in a kind of a more of a lesser place, creating a lesser body. And whatever we're doing is coming through the body. Well, since there was an old man doing stuff other people couldn't do, it wasn't his body, but it came through his body, didn't it? Okay. So those things are, just thank you. All right. Yeah. So story, my first my first two IQ teachers were Robert Fraser, Robert Nadeau. But Fraser Sensei was a psychologist at UC Santa Cruz. And he started the Aikido club that I started at. And then two of them really worked quite a bit together in those days. So they would do workshops together and everything. We watch Sensei movies. And, they tell us Sensei stories, right? And Robert Fraser was a PhD doing postdoctoral work in Japan. And he graduated from Harvard. So, and he was also training at world headquarters in Tokyo. And so one time, Sensei's on the mat, just being Sensei, really feeling that state of balance. And so he looks at Robert Fraser, says, Bob-san, when you go back to America, teach the true Aikido. And he does something fantastic there. And, yeah. In other words, for him, it wasn't just the truth. You see what I mean? There's physical movement. Okay. Mind is not mental. It is a force. Okay. And you might like this analogy or not. Okay. Mind is a lot like Zorro's stallion, tornado. All right. Now, you want tornado tamed. No, you want a great relationship with him. He's gonna Commandante is chasing you with the horses, and you want Tornado to outrun those horses, and you want him to leap across one cliff to the other side, and then that's the standard escape thing. Okay. So there's an area where Tornado is powerful, and as much as you have a relationship and communication, you want him kind of wild. Tornado represents mind. Now, who do you see? You see Zorro. Zorro couldn't be Zorro without Tornado. He couldn't outrun the evil Commandante's forces. But Zorro was more than just a superhero. And, there's an area where he goes through walls. Why? Because he knows secret passageways, okay? There's the whole thing right there. So Zorro is not just a superhero. It's kind of like, to other people, he's a magician. And from that archetype, you see the Z here, okay? But on the other hand, he's smart. And he's smart enough not to tame Tornado, but to be able to have a relationship with him where his own psyche can connect to Tornado's psyche. And Tornado gives him dimensions that he wouldn't have without the ability to do what he does on horseback. So your mind is a little bit that way. If you tame your mind too much, you get mental. Then your mind rebels on you, and we get out there, and it's so easy there. And Zorro was smart enough to realize he's got a great relationship with Tornado, and Tornado can do crazy things because he's not tamed. but there's a relationship between the two. Okay, tornado, jump across to the other side of the cliff. But guess what? You die, I die. Let's go. And they trust each other. If Zorro says jump, tornado jumps, but he's not tame. If he were tame, he wouldn't make it to the other side. Correct? So your mind is a force. Now, what happens is the psyche, whatever you want to call it, your psychology creates your mind. For most of us, the psychology has been beaten down, so we create a very tame mind. And so the trick is to say, no, this is an incredible force. So we want the psychology to be calm, easy. So what happens? The mind is creative, not destructive. Right? All right. And therefore we have the IQ with our own system. All right. And so sometimes we get in trouble because, we see the mind as being mental. It's not mental at all. It's a power. It's a force. And as the psychology starts to funnel that force in a manageable and a creative way through you, you have something. And then when we put it more in an Aikido dimension, which is to create world peace and stuff, then maybe the world will go somewhere as opposed to ruin. Okay? Anyway. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, everybody stand up. Let your legs stretch. Breathe. Open. Right? Nice stuff. Okay, thank you. Okay.